If you're new to No Man's Sky or considering to pick up the game, then listen up, because today I'm going to give you 5 tips I wish I knew that would have saved me a ton of time when I started playing. Today's video is sponsored by SecretLab. We all strive for the best possible gaming experience, but the importance of a good quality chair is often underestimated. SecretLab produces some of the most comfortable and high quality gaming chairs you can get. So upgrade your Commander chair today and fly in style and comfort. Follow the link in the video description to their store, type in your height, your weight, and it will tell you which chairs fit you for the best possible seating experience. The first tip is a little movement trick that allows you to move around the planet's surface a lot quicker. They don't really show you this in the tutorial, which is why I'm doing this now. If you press Q, at least if you're playing on PC, you have a melee attack, and you also know that if you press space, you can use your jetpack. Now, if you press the melee, Q, and space at the same time, you will get a, melee dash. It allows you to fly across the surface at increased speeds. This allows you to cover great distances, and if you upgrade your jetpack, it allows you to cover even greater distances, because the longer you stay in the air, the longer you can go per melee dash. But do be careful though, because if you get too much altitude, if you just keep that jetpack down, you begin to go too high ground, when you eventually run out of jetpack fuel, you are going to crash into the ground and you can take some damage, so do be careful when doing this. The next one is a quality of life upgrade, allowing you to get more space in your exosuit. You see, every station you visit actually has a little shop where you can go and buy a single module or a little upgrade slot in your exosuit. You can choose between a regular slot, a tech slot, or a cargo or extended cargo slot. So you can go in for every station you visit, you can go and pick these up. Don't worry if you already visited a number of stations, you can go back using the teleporter available at each station, go back to each station and pick these up. They do cost a bit of money, which you may not have in the beginning, so keep track of which stations you brought them from, which you haven't, as you begin to explore systems. And later on in the game, when money becomes less of an issue, just make it a habit every time you jump into a system you have not visited before. First thing you do before you do anything else is dock up at the station, head in, and pick up that suit upgrade. Now here's another activity you will likely find yourself doing in the beginning of the game, and that is mining resource deposits. These are scattered out across the planets and are a great way to gather a very specific resource. Now to do this you use your terrain manipulation tool, but what I didn't realize in the early game is you can actually change the size of the ball that collects materials. So what you can do is you can make it very, very big. That means you mine the deposit very quickly. However, you also get a significant reduction in the output of the deposit. So what I recommend you do is lower this down to its smallest size and then use that small size when you are farming these deposits. That just means that you can get a lot more resources out of the same deposit. It's gonna take a long time to mine the deposit, sure, but alternative is you mine it a lot quicker, not get all the materials you need, go have to find another one, and waste time. So you might as well just stick around and pick up everything you need from just one spot. Here's another one that's quite counterintuitive, and I'm really happy that people told me about. And that when you open up all these containers you will see lying around, the green ones, you know, they're lying around everywhere on the surface. These will often have some materials that are marked as junk, and what you can do is you don't have to take them into a spacesuit, you can hold down middle mouse button, again if you're playing on PC, to discard it. However, even though they are marked as junk, you probably shouldn't discard it. You see, a lot of the junk items can actually be refined into quite valuable materials. For instance, all these slimy goo kind of things can be refined through multiple stages, so you refine them multiple times, and eventually they will be refined into nanite clusters. That is, well, nanite, and you use nanite to buy upgrades for your suits and weapons and ships and stuff like that. It's quite a sought after currency. Now the next one here is gonna be able to make you a lot of money very, very quickly, at least in the early games. And this doesn't require you to build big, complicated bases, which you've probably seen tons of guides of already, of how people make millions and millions building bases. No, you see, what I found to be really useful in the early game is you will, as you explore around planets, you will come across crashed ships. They just stand there on the surface. They're in disrepair and they probably won't take off, even if you tried. You can repair them, and one of the intended mechanics is that you repair these ships, fly them up to a space station, you can sell them for scrap. However, there is a better way. You don't actually have to repair them. You see, as you progress through the main story, you're gonna get access to the anomaly. Moving up to the anomaly, there you can actually swap over to your damaged ship. So even though nothing on the ship works, you can get it teleported into the anomaly. Once you've done that, once you in the anomaly has swapped over to your damaged ship, you can then take the teleporter, also available on the anomaly, to a space station. Any space station will do. And from there, you can scrap the ship for the materials, potentially making you millions in a matter of minutes after fighting the ship. This means that you don't have to spend resources actually repairing the thing, getting it to fly it somewhere and sell it, as this can be quite the task for a new player. So this is an easy way to just make a quick buck in the early game that you can use to buy yourself some nice upgrades or whatever that you're looking for. Now, if you are a veteran player, I would love to know if there are other tips and tricks that I have not included in this video that maybe you feel like new players would benefit from. Post them in the comment section below. And if you are a new player and you found any of these tips useful, I would highly appreciate if you would go down and like the video, maybe even subscribe to the channel for more No Man's Sky content coming in the not too distant future. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.